Hi guys, welcome back to Vintology by Lola. I haven't been doing anything besides making scrapbooks lately, and I was going to share these two with you because this was such a great tutorial. I believe Ace in Beautyland, who had done this as a gift for a challenge or for a swap, and I asked her if she could send me the link to it, and it was by Rosa Kelly, and I am telling you, this album is so easy to put together and so much fun, and so I thought I would share it with you. So I made two of them, and I don't think they take more than, it actually only takes an hour to put it together. It took me much longer to decorate it because I couldn't decide on what I wanted. So I will start with the first one that I made. It's a little kitty wampus because I changed it up because this spine is actually only cardstock and it holds it, but I feel like over time it might not hold it and I might be sad. So I did something different, which I'll show you on the other one. So this is a Stamperia paper line, and I know you guys are going to be shocked. Ha ha. I can't remember the name of it. And this here is a piece of rice paper. And I fell in love with this girl because she reminds me of a flapper. And that is the era I wished I lived in, is the 20s. And I thought it would be fun. I have never decoupaged the cover of an album. And I thought this would be, with the rice paper, this would be a perfect thing to do. So that's exactly what I did. So I had made this lace dangle. And I had this beautiful, it's kind of, and it's not resin, it's actually glass. It's like a button, but it's not, it's a charm, but that's what it always feels like too, is a button. And this, I had in my stash, I think I made it 2 years ago or something, and I just kind of kept it and thought, oh my gosh, it's perfect for her. And then I went through my Tim Holtz words, those chit chat words or the magazine words. He's got so many different words and stuff. And these were cut out from magazine pieces. Anyway, I thought this was perfect. Longing for that shine and sparkle, Claire went off bravely with flowers in her hair, because she actually does have flowers in her hair. So that's what I did. And then I just put this little piece of gold over there because I just wanted something different to kind of finish the look. So when you open it up, all the pages are exactly the same. So they're just how you decorate them, but they're all set up the same. So I put a pocket over here and I put some of the tags, and I have to tell you guys, this paper is beautiful. So I really tried to keep my decorating minimal because I wanted the paper to shine. So I put mostly quotes. I just added little quotes. Think happy, be happy, and it happens to have butterflies in it. This one here, I open this up and it opens like this and like this. And I just did one of, there was a sheet of cut apart, so I cut them all up, fussy cut them all up by hand and put them in there. And this says live in full bloom. And you can tie this back up. And so that was added. That was not part of Rosa Kelly's tutorial. I just went through and added some flips and turns and some pockets that I like to add to my scrapbooks. So then we fold this and it goes out like this. And it's beautiful. Look at this paper, you guys. And so then I just did the word beautiful and what it meant as a definition. You flip it over and you can see that this page opens up like this. And this one says fearless with the dragonfly, and you open it like this. But what I love, I'll show you in a second. This one I just did a pocket. The flowers appear on the earth by the light of the moon in the garden, which was perfect. More paper, more tags. And this one flips out too. And I did a bird cage, and it says search for the good and the beautiful. But what's wonderful is if you wanted to do a spread, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? I just love that. And so I tried to be very conscious of where I put my papers. So if you did open it wide, it really went together. It as my one friend says, Tanya Samuels, it was perfect. It coexists, right? Love it. And then you turn this over, and this says a door, and I put the birds up here and popped them up on dimensional tape, and it just says the pretty little birds chirped. And then I did this cutout woman with Tim Holtz butterfly wings. She remembered it was something precious. Live in the moment. Thought that was great. This is just a cut apart too, and this says the winding garden path. Flip it over. This says wonder. Open it up. More of the hydrangeas inspire. And this paper, see, you don't need anything. Put a picture here, write some words there, write some words there, and then you're done. Here I put a pocket and a flip. So this one actually is the same as this, but I added this flip piece, and then I actually turned it into a pocket. So it has more tags. Okay, and then follow your heart, flip it over, and I just put a little butterfly up there. And then here's another big page, and it says, looking out the window beyond the purple skies, I know that I am home. Oh, I just love those. I had so much fun putting those little quotes together because they don't come that way, right? So then we flipped this over, and I did the big clock, and it says, just at that moment, she was free to follow her heart. And you flip over, and that was one I added, a flip I added. And it says bloom, what the definition is. And again, I left this, and I just put the loveliest things, sweet forget-me-nots. And I don't even know if those are forget-me-nots. I am not a garden person. I know a couple flowers, and that's about it. And then on this back one, I cut this gal out because, as I told you, I love her. And so she matches the front one, but here she is cut out. Put some greenery and some little pearls up there. And then all I put was, where's a crown? And then I have 2 jumbo tags like this. And then it closes up, and I just decoupaged the bottom half of the book. And then I put on the back, create, and that's a verb, to evolve from one's own thought or imagination as a work of art or an invention. I just love that. Oh, so that's the first one I did. Okay, so that went together really well, really easy. The second one I just finished up today, and this one turned out, this is more, yes, the pink and purple are great, but I am all about vintage. Obviously, my name, Vintology by Lola. That's one of the things, but the second thing is I kind of like the distressed brown. So this is another Stamperia paper line, and this one was just screamed to me because it was all about artistry. So I did the same thing. I took the piece of rice paper, and I decoupaged it, and then I put distressed kind of coppery corner filigree on it. And then I took some lace, bunched it up, and put 2 metal flowers on it. Because this is more vintagey, I needed something a little bit more, what should we say, kind of industrial looking, okay? Then, as I said, because this was just, the spine is just paper, I put a big piece of lace over it. So that will ensure that it won't rip as easily. And then I put some charms on my binding, which were a scroll, a pair of scissors, and a paintbrush with a little piece of lace trim. Okay, oh, and here's the back. This one I decoupaged the whole back because I had a sheet, no, I had 2 sheets of the rice paper, and I wanted to use it all up, so I really liked all that. So this one, again, let me move this one. This one, again, I added more flips and turns. I put on lace on here and put a little garment pin with a blue rose because there's a little bit of blue in there. And you open this one up, and I still stuck with this whole idea of the side pockets. Took one of Tim Holt's pieces and put Artful. I did some tags, and I sewed on my tags, so each one of them has some sort of sewing on them. And then I used my seam binding, and I put eyelets in them because I just like that look for the tags. This one, I really liked this idea, so I did the flip out again. I used a very, very light pink seam binding, and this one opens up, and this one actually I put a pocket with some lace in there and says do what you love. And then it says I prefer to see with closed eyes. And then I put in 2 little tags that I had sewn lace on, and then I sewed little tags and stuff on. I thought those were really sweet, so I'll close that up. Guys, these are so easy, and Rosa Kelly, if you've never been to her site, it is so worth a look-see. She's got so many albums and so many detailed tutorials, and they are so well done on her YouTube that even as a beginner, if you've never made an album, she walks you right through it. It is great. Okay, so then you open it up, and here's this, and this says Dream, and just a little bit of Do What You Love, okay? Again, this paper is so beautiful that you just don't want to mess with it. You just don't want to over embellish, right? Or at least that's how I feel. So I used some of my distress tape that I made, This flips out. I did 2 little Tim Holtz die cuts that I thought you could put a small picture in here or a small picture in here, and then you could journal in here. And then I put some lace, and one of the quotes, art is a line around your thoughts, which is perfect, right? Thought that went well. And then this one says the same thing, which I did not know until right now. There's the same one. I might have to cover that up. But anyway, so this was the exact same piece that was underneath there, and it was in the die cuts. So I cut it out, distressed it, and put it up on some foam tape. And I liked that, just left it alone because I love that woman. And you can see the spread. Here's the spread. Okay. So same thing, and I did a little pocket here. I did a little vintage quilt square, and I had printed out a bunch of stuff on fabric, a couple years ago, and I just keep it in a little box where I can use it and just pull it out, and I can distress it because it's like an off-white. So I just distressed it with vintage photo, did another one of Tim's garden, his garden flowers, wildflowers, so I put that in there. Here's another one of the tags that I sewed on and put my seam binding on. Okay, and I should mention that with my other one I didn't, but this one I left the top for the instructions the way she had it, and I put these huge, they're pretty big, I put these huge photo mats in. So you get 4 huge photo mats, and I matted both sides, stapled some vintage lace on it, and so you have that to journal too. So you end up with a lot of real estate for whatever you're going to do with it, if you're going to use it as a journal or as a scrapbook. This was cute. I took some vintage lace and some vintage lace here. Imagination has no limits. Open it up. When words leave off, music begins. And again, this was exactly what was underneath here. It was right underneath here. Popped it up with some pop dots and just put it on there. Okay. This one, I didn't do anything to the page. Love it. This one, that goes with my other little container of stuff that I printed out. So it's a teeny tiny little printed piece that was perfect with that. I made, I had this little scrap of gold paper. So I used my mini envelope folder, or I'm sorry, my little envelope maker from We Are Memory Keepers. Made an envelope, distressed it, put this little just tag in there, just this cute little thing, cut out the butterfly, folded it in half, stitched it a little bit, and then put this quote on that said, art must be an expression of love or it is nothing, and then put some tape on there. Thought that was kind of cute. And this one flips like this, and then it also flips up. So there it is. More die cuts. Imagination is the reality of the dreamer. Put that on there. Left this alone because, gosh, that paper is like old wallpaper. I love it. And then it flips out like this. And then I just did the word art with some like velvet fabric and a cutout, and left her alone too because there's all these beautiful women. Flip it over onto this side. I had more tags than I knew what to do with. So I just put up another piece of my fabric, printed out words on there, distressed it. 2 tags. And then on this tag, I put some tape, sewed all around it, and then decoupaged part of the other paper on there. And just really cute. Just in my, it was in my stash. The yellow happened to go with it. And I thought, oh, great, I'll just put that in there. I mean, put it in my book, not put it in there. Gotta finish my statements. I listened to some of my videos, you guys, and I'm all over the road. I don't finish what I'm saying. Okay, so this one flips out. I just took a little piece of the matching paper, kind of greenish, and some twine, and said, art is the journey of a free soul. And again, this paper, oh, it's gorgeous. This, I just went over this heart. This was one of Tim's die cuts, and I said, the magic masterpiece, fill my soul. And I know it should be masterpiece fills my soul, but I thought, okay, that still will work. That works in a pinch. And again, the patchwork is wonderful. This, I did a smaller version of Tim's cutouts with the die cuts, same set, little tape. It was an artist's life I wanted, and then I put some twine, and this really goes well with this line, this twine trim. And it flips out like this, and then it flips back like this, and then I did a little printable fabric on here, close this up, and then I put Tim's pocket on here, and then I made 2 bookmarks and put twine at the top, love, and a little bit of fabric. Close that back up. It opens like that. Another lady. I tried to make the ladies all on these pages because there's only 4 pages and there were 4 ladies, and I thought, perfect. I will do each one of these as the lady. And then I just did another quote, be yourself, everyone else is already taken, with a little flower and a little doily behind that. I'll flip it over. Here's a belly band with a flower and 2 extra little tags, and I did some vintage brown lace in there. Those turned out pretty cute. Okay, there we go. And flip this over, and it says, I prefer to see with my eyes closed, because this is the lady. You can see this is her with her eye closed, so I thought that was perfect. This I just left. This is one of my favorite pages. I just love the colors. I love the feather in there, and I just couldn't touch it. And I thought, whatever anyone wants to do with it when they get it, that's up to them, but I could not bear to put anything on this page. So you flip this over. This is my back little pocket again. So there's my pocket, and that's so cute. Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. The creation of beauty is art. And so I put a button on her dress. I used that that burlap trim. Sorry. And then I said, get the original and genuine artist, which I thought was perfect. And then I did 2 more tags. And then I'm going to take it and I am going to close it up. I have some brown sari silk. And so I thought that this would be just really cute. I'll show you so you can see it finished, right? And just leave it just like that. So I kind of started incorporating a little bit of my junk journaling by using more embellishments that I had that were more vintage-like. When I used to make scrapbooks, I did them strictly with the ephemera, the stickers, and the paper line. This I am trying to break out, do a little bit more, a little decoupage, a little vintage lace. And so hopefully you enjoyed both of these scrapbooks, and they have given you some inspiration, and you can pull out some paper, because I didn't buy any of this. This was in my stash, you guys, so I was super proud of myself. So hopefully you can do the same. And like I said, go visit Rosa Kelly and check out some of her videos. Thanks for stopping by, you guys. I always appreciate when you take the time out to come and see what I've done. Have a great, great day or night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.